Hi guys, today I have come up with one of the recent MSc thesis, which is done by one of my students, Jose Maria, and he basically developed an app for a company which can assess the pitting corrosion. Just to give you a background, pitting corrosion is a localized corrosion as you see on the screen, causing small deep cavities on metallic surfaces as you see here. It poses significant risks to pressure system in oil and gas, petrochemical, and power generation. So the challenges with the current method is the FFS manual assessments of pitting corrosion are labor intensive and prone to errors because you need to do a lot of hand calculations. Inconsistent assessments can compromise safety or lead to unnecessary expenses. So definitely we need to improve those processes and develop efficient, accurate, and user-friendly tools which can enhance overall assessment process, and also simplifying the application of API 579 or ASME FFS-1 Part 6, because Part 6 is the one which is a standard use in the industry to assess pitting corrosion. So this is what he has done, and now I will show you in his own voice the application and its demonstration so that you can see what he has really done and how the application really works.
As the app is running, it displays the name of the software. So the next phase is the login interface where you have your login details. You can log in or register your account. So go back to login. You have your file menu bar, settings menu bar, and help menu bar. File menu bar, you have the options to log it out or exit. You have settings interface where you can choose the themes, light or dark, and you also have your units where you can select your imperial units or SI units, whichever the case is. So go back to themes. And so you also have your help. You can choose your about and user manual, which should display differently about or user manual. So the next phase will be to log into the account. So it's not our login details. The login uses a JSON storage mechanism to save user credentials. Login. The advanced display is the main interface where you have the level 1, level 2, level 3 assessment buttons and full assessment. So, and the previous results tab here. So click on level 1 assessment and you have two tabs, facility data and component data. Facility data is for imputing basic details from assessor, checker, approver, and the likes, and component data is actually where we do the computations. We also have our back button, generate data report, and calculate button. So we have to start by filling in facility data. Once you fill in the facility data, you go to the component data where you can input the details from the pressure vessel, whether it's a pipe or a tank. At the corner of each parameter, you have a drop down where you can select the units. And recall that the settings we have both SI or imperial. Click on SI, it's going to switch, and you can also have a new drop down. And for cm, pascals, and it changes completely. So now we're going to fill the data from our case study 1, which is from the API 579 part 6 following example manual. I will input the parameters now. The case study 1 involves a pressure vessel undergoing widespread pitting on the ID surface from an example, and it uses an imperial unit. So we have to select the imperial unit system now. And so from there, we begin to fill in our data from the tank pressure, notice that each input has a tooltip that indicates what kind of data should be inputted there. And at this moment, if you have a blank space and you're trying to calculate, there are error handling units that indicate that there's an error in the system. So you have to fill in all data input ports. So the diameter type is also here. So there's an option to select the corrosion type, and there are 4 types of corrosion as we've identified in the standard. So it's widespread pitting. And then now we can calculate. You click on the calculate button. You click on calculate. It displays in the results here the remaining ratio of the remaining wall thickness to be this. Engineering judgment is still required, so this is used to compare to the standards, and the remaining strength factor is calculated by the engineer and then imputed here. Okay, and then The allowable remaining strength factor is asked for and also imputed, which is 0.9. Okay. Click OK. Once it's done, it displays the pop-up says pipe passes level 1 assessment, and down here you can see the different results, the material type, the design code, the API 57, and the standard that has been used. And this is all from the drop down from material type and design code, and also that it displays all values. Once you click on the OK button, you can click on the generate detailed report to generate a PDF report. So you click on this, and it automatically generates a report and asks you the location which it would store the report on the PC or whatever file you're using. And so let's say we have here, and you call it case study 1. Detailed report has been saved, and that is how you perform a level 1 analysis. The report generated just now looks of this format where you have the information, cover page, and then the analysis summary, the one assessment pass, the footer and header, and at the end of the day, you have discussions and recommendations down here. During the level 1 assessment, you click the back button. To perform a level 2 assessment, you click here. And likewise, it shows the facility data tab and the components data tab. And if you notice here, some buttons here and an introduction, which is the import inspection data. Level 2 assessment requires inspection data for pit couple measurements to be imported as a CSV file. And so we start by imputing the information from the facility data. Once you're done imputing the facility data, likewise you go to the component data tab to impute. And here you have material type still, just like level 1 assessment. You drop down to select material type, you drop down to select the design code, and also option of diameter type inside or outside, and also the unit drop down at the corners here. And likewise, you have your corrosion type, but unlike the level 1 assessment where the computations are the same for all corrosion types, level 2 assessment has different computations for different corrosion types. So if you click on widely scattered pitting, require some specific required parameters would show at the drop down, which you can see down here. Likewise, if you change to localized pitting, the different parameters applicable are also down here. And the same for the different types of pitting. So required parameters to change over time. So the level will proceed to input data from problem example 4 from the API problem example manual as our place to study for this video clip. And in that problem example, the type of pitting is localized pitting. And so we click on the pitting and we see the parameters here, the required parameters. And we proceed now to fill in the data. So we proceed to fill in the component data. And from the case study, which is example problem 4 from the API 579 problem example manual, a particular pressure vessel undergoes localized pitting. The material type is given as the SA516 and the design code is given. And it happens, and the inside diameter likewise. So the diameter is given as now. Pretty much essential to the level 2 assessment is the inspection data. If we try to calculate, it tells us that please import inspection data. The error checking method will be used in this code. And so we have to input the inspection data. To import the inspection data, we click on the button and it opens our file manager. And we have to take in the CSV. Import CSV. Once imported, it tells you imported 15 inspection data points. And now we're good to go. We click the calculate button and immediately it displays some variables, and engineering judgment is still required, so the engineer must check these and confirm, and it's yes. And immediately pops up on the display board the calculated variables, and it says the equipment fails the level 2 assessment. At this point, we can generate our detailed report. Again, just like the level 1 assessment, I'll name this and we save. And also detailed report has been saved. And that's it. Now you can go back and so this is a sample of the report generated just now. The level 2 assessment. So it says level 2 assessment failed, competent information, mechanical data information, and then with some results here. And at the end, it shows you discussions and recommendations, also with the footers and headers and the cover page. Back to the software, you have here your previous results, and so here you can view, click on this, you can view the result that has been done, and a slider bar here where you can just have a view of all the calculated parameters or the calculated values, everything that was done previously initially. So that's it. And you can close this now. And out, the full level 3 assessment, as we spoke, is just a placeholder and has not been done yet. Same with the full assessment. And you click on the file menu bar, and you have your logout button. You can click on logout. And also, you can, from here, exit the software. Exit button here.